show is yours.
Damn. All right, thank you very much. It is going to be one of the last days of the qualifier, and I think Ant's going rogue. It is, in fact, our last online qualifier cast here for me and Ton. So it's a little bit of a sad time, but it's not going to be a bad time, as Ultra and the Guerrillas are going to throw down. Is it hand day or is it feet day? We will find out. There's been a lot of aBeZy here for LAG during the season. Ultra looking to tune up before the major.
Oh, you made it sound like we were going to die. Yeah, I mean, you know, we are still going to be in Toronto and champs.
Recently, I might do.
Well, I mean, fingers crossed, no. But, you know, here we are. aBeZy hardpoint. Yeah, look, I mean, I kind of agree with that. It's 100% a test of the maps from Toronto, tuning themselves up before their home major. There'll be a lot of pressure on them. It has to be said. We'll be talking about OpTic so much. Toronto Ultra will be going into it wanting to win it so badly in front of that Canadian crowd. And a good start here against LAG might just give them a little bit more experience on this map. Maybe some mistakes that have been made. When we're talking about the statistics, their hold percentage is actually #1. Small sample size, albeit. But if they can get over towards these hills, they have not struggled in locking them down. Initial first couple of kills are going to come through for LA Guerrillas. And me, you, and everybody at home is going to be confused who is blue, who is purple, and who is white in this one with 2 purple teams. And that is continuing throughout the series. I'm sorry.
You're going to be really confused when I see a blue team enter it. It's going to be 1v1v1. But it doesn't matter. What does matter is this rotation. You can already see Toronto trying to get a position for it, but they haven't got it clean. They do not have it easy. aBeZy and Assault combining there to put them on the back foot.
Thieves managed to get himself in an advanced position, which is exactly where you want him to be. Setup not too bad here from LAG. Probably would prefer somebody over towards the top PD. You can see Assault would probably have rotated over towards the hill if he didn't get beamed. Scrap continuing his good form to kick off map #1 here. Ultra with the initial points and P2 control. CleanX now just going to be a nuisance around that side of the map. That's all he can do from this position, but with attack in hand can do more than that. Can lock it down. Now for the break, LA Guerrillas may well be trying to push around towards the backside. Scrap's got this one covered.
He really doesn't. I mean, you said earlier, good performance, but let's be perfectly clear. It's great performance the entire way. We're talking about him MVP. We're talking about Rookie of the Year. We're talking about a man who talked the talk and has been walking the walk so far this season. Still looking for it as well. aBeZy will shut him down here, and for LAG, looking for the rotation as well.
He will get the rotation, but absolutely nothing at P2. Toronto Ultra, brilliant hold. Now inside. Playing with them over towards the tennis court. Succeed. Gonna have to back on down. This may just allow Toronto Ultra to get themselves in a position to do something about this, but the insight nearly spins onto Thieves. It was a Vaz from that range, so it would have been forgivable, but the rest of Toronto Ultra on their way, and slowly but surely gaining some map presence.
Oh, I just couldn't get the angle there. aBeZy's just locking it down as well, but Hixie comes swinging in. Could be Exceed versus Hixie. Exceed will get the first jump inside, flying, but it will not be enough. Ultra not able to get their toes firmly into this pool at this point. And Exceed will now just hold off Scrap. The gunning from him is extremely good, but that heady is naughty.
Scrap trying to play the off angle, not going to happen. Looks like Toronto Ultra probably going to have to give this one up outside of a really good push from CleanX and Hixie here. Hixie going to get cut down, as is CleanX. Really nice hold from LAG. Much better the kind of hold that they needed to get themselves back into the game, because it was looking pretty slow. And the rotation is there for them as well. Really nice kills coming in over towards P4. Hixie does well to answer back, cannot find a second. So Toronto Ultra at 6s and 7s here. They're able to get themselves inside the point just on the back of CleanX. Finding a couple of kills. So Toronto Ultra probably had a good start over towards P2. You let pretty much everything go at P3.
Exceed 5 streak, looking for a 6. Desperate for it, has to get out of there as well. aBeZy will back him up, looking towards the back there as well. You're going to see Scrap ready. Exceed in a horrible position, but he's going to find inside, tries to burn and turn. Scrap will shut him down, but not before that cruise is earned as well. LAG fighting for every point they can get.
Just very patient from Toronto Ultra, to be honest with you. Taking their time on the gunfight, not rushing anything. Have the spawns now with 25 seconds remaining to lock down nearly every single point here. Over towards the aBeZy side. Scrap will find another onto Exceed and another onto Assault. 4 in a row now for Scrap, and yeah, the conversation's going to be about MVP for this man, especially if they can go on and get something done at their home major. They go on to win it. I think it's going to be uncontestable at this stage, but still a long way to go. A lot of content to be played in this series, but again, the rotation, who's going to belong to? Big fight's coming up here. Inside though, through the front door with the tack. Thieves gets gunned, and the pinch is now slowly going to be set up, but it's from the front here, from the Ultra side right now. Managed to find a break all off the back of Inside pretty much.
Managed to stay alive. There's another trade as he goes into the point, but it's not going to be enough as it all got purple in the feed. And I know that won't mean a lot in this game, but it is going to be LAG doing it. As they try to stay alive and get some more points from this, if they can get the remaining here, Ton, they will basically bring this back to a tie game.
For all that we had the small sample size of Toronto and hold percentage, somebody who's quite high towards the break inside is LAG, fourth, and we're getting a good example of that right there. Nice break over towards the kitchen, just sheer brute force. He will find 3 though, albeit one of his teammates. The rest of the Ultra squad not really too well positioned to do something about this. It's all going to be down to Hicksy. He will get taken down. So very back and forth. It's felt like whoever's been here first has locked down the majority of time in both cases for both two teams. It's going to be a fairly even game as we head into the second rotation. I think the team that will probably be happy is LAG. Felt like they've been on the back foot on a couple of occasions. If they can keep this one close, they've got a very good chance.
They certainly do, and I know this seems like a mismatch, but realistically, LAG are not going to go down without a fight. Competitors play towards the end, and hey, it will be a bittersweet symphony if they can win Major 5. Certainly upset a lot of other teams, so never count them out. Right now, just trailing by a few points against Ultra as the teams dance around P1 like they're nervous at the prom.
Yeah, just posturing over towards that P2 side, and if you are Ultra, you want to lock down those top toilets. You can keep them off P1 as long as you possibly want. And then you could start thinking about the rotation. But Assault's going to find 2. Somebody who was top toilets was inside, jumps out, gets gunned. All of a sudden, some time on the board for LAG, some valuable time for them. Now think about it last time, P2. Looked like a not so bad rotation, but in the end, Toronto Ultra find the kills and they lock it down for what was nearly a full 60. If you're LAG, you got 10 seconds to get yourself in a better position than where you are now to prevent that from happening again.
Oh, so these knows there's going to be a player challenge here as well. There comes Hicksy, but Hicksy finds the angle for him as well. Exceed calling in the cruise missile from up high. Looking for him as well, and Scrapz says thank you very much for that umbrella of a trophy system deflecting away from the point. Right now, Ultra all in, but they are being compressed and pinched out.
Cruise missile coming in again. There's this one for I didn't even see who got the second one there. There you go. It's going to be coming in from Assault. Scrap will get taken down. The first one wasn't great, to be honest with you. When it comes down to cruise missiles, just forces everybody inside, and there's nobody there from LAG inside waiting for the free kills that would have presented themselves, and all of a sudden it looks like they're going to be broken back. If it isn't our cities who can do something about it, Insight will find 1 and 2. They line up very, very nicely for him. Assault's very little that he can do from this position. Up against where Ultra are playing this one. Rotation to Ultra, scrap time to Ultra, starting to flex their muscles just a little bit now.
And this is where it gets really interesting. For LAG, the scrap time is beautiful, but it can only be made better with a quick break on a P3. It is an unbelievable task to do, though. They have to find the kills in the right places and keep them locked down. Right now, Insight's on a 5 spree. Ultra refusing to budge.
It's a bit of a passive setup here from Ultra. Happy to just kind of sit back and let LAG come to them rather than take any cuts, so get some PD control. CleanX now. More aggressive with his line of fire. We'll find one into Assault. Tries to snap as he jumps off, but is just about staying alive. Scrap inside the point. We'll find another Insight there now with the cover over towards the tennis coast and top PD. You're in a nice spot now if you're Toronto Ultra.
And now with Ultra taking a lead by some margin on this, and we head towards the rotation. Let's find out how they are feeling in the comms with the Toronto Ultra. Listen in.
Back on the deck. I'm going top, boys. Get info. One's in the back door hill. Off his head, off his head.
Assault's weak now.
Assault's in time, yep.
Blocking back door now.
Has to be there. Yeah, both in time, both in time. Cheers.
Yeah, it's one here.
Let's find chairs weak, come on desk. Let's find chairs and desk. I'm so
dead.
That's good shit. I'm getting useless. I just want P2, one of them. Useless, okay.
Yeah, I'm in useless.
You have time? Yeah, I have time, yeah. I had 3 doors I pushed out. Okay. And get top, yeah. 2 3 doors.
One's H1 on me.
I do cross, sorry. H2.
We'll go back to
use from H2.
Could be useless.
Yeah, they are useless. 3 doors.
I'll be alright. I don't know. I'm gonna get H2 pushing right now.
H2.
Top one. H1, watch our time. We got time. What's H1? There's 2 holes.
One H1, Jeremy.
Weak.
Okay.
Behind the desk now.
By desk. We spawn out, we're at the back to your time. Yep. I'm gonna come tree door.
Well.
Could be on side. He's on
Side
side, tree. Side. Dead.
Nice.
One more tree. Count me out. Just take them. Dead. Last guy's.
H2?
Don't know. Useless.
He was
useless. After H1.
Useless. Dead.
Nice.
Spawning P2, by the way. Good time, Scrap.
I'm one shot.
Yeah, I'm waiting a second.
You can both bump.
Yeah,
I'm going now. They're spawning a new, by the way. Okay, I'm taking out P2 there. Yeah, come with me. They know where I'm at. I think he's on the half wall.
And the score is getting further and further away. It's a clean up from CleanX. 21 and 13. Ultra do not seem stressed, and their teamwork is looking great on that last break ton.
Breathing exercises, not too sure if they're still around, but Breathing nice and easy right now if you're Toronto Ultra. From 2 to 3 to 4, the rotations have been quite flawless. Outside of a small break from LA Guerrillas, I was talking to you in the listen-in saying it just feels like one decent break from Ultra and this game may well be over. And that's all it's going to take. Over towards the kitchen side, they're already in CleanX insight. 20 seconds away for Toronto Ultra to take a 1-0 lead. LA Guerrillas trying to find a break.
Oh, they go diving in as well, and they are going to get it. The trades come through. Is there a possibility of a comeback? Can LAG make the miracle happen? Inside, trying to shut them down by themselves. That break will come through as well. CleanX and Hixie combining. And with 10 seconds left to go, LAG have to fight their way into a horrible elder break with no time to pinch, no time to hit it as a unit. They're just going to fall by the wayside. And Ultra open up map number 1, a non-favored map for them with a commanding win.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that one. Scrapz shaking his head. I don't think he was too perplexed by anything that he's seen. But Toronto Ultra will be happy. The rotations were solid. And this is an LAG team who, I mean, I notoriously remember when they changed over from that Academy roster, brought in 3 alongside our studies. aBeZy was their playground. Yeah, okay, they very much did drop off, but not a terrible aBeZy team by any stretch of the imagination. Toronto Ultra made that one look fairly easy. About a 90-point difference between the two squads. And to be honest, not too much to write home about. It was just all about that second rotation. It was relatively close in the first. Both two teams, whoever was running that rotation was getting the majority of the time. I'm talking 30 or 40 seconds minimum. But on that second rotation of hills, Toronto Ultra just chained them so nicely. Give up 10 seconds to scrap at P2, picked up nearly every single point at P3, found a nice break at P4, and transitioned that to P5. I mean, at that stage, LA Guerrillas are fighting up the back foot, have to get every single point because of the score difference. Toronto Ultra just took every single advantage they could possibly find. Really clean from them. They'll be happy with that map number 1.
Yeah, if you're being perfectly honest here, I think LAG, they had a good time at points, but it showed in the gameplay. Ultra, a little bit better teamwork, a little bit better gunning, a little bit better plays, and that adds up inch by inch as the hard point unfolds before us. And now the question is, last time these two played, Tutton, it was some time ago. A little bit of a different roster for Ultra, but it was Ultra's game. How do you feel about the rest of the series? Do we see any changes?
I mean, look, we were talking about the worst hard point for Ultra. We've just seen it there. We get to see the so-called worst search and destroy in Hotel. There's potential, but based on what we've just seen there, yeah, exactly, Scrap. Not much competition in map number 1. Is that going to be the case as the series does unfold? Elisilo control, I really do not like it for LAG whatsoever against this Toronto side. Hotel search and destroy feels like a must win. Got to win this map if you're LAG, if you want a chance in this series, I believe.
Let's see if they can do it. By the way, last time they played, I was referring to it, 250 to 160 was the first hard point score. I wonder if we get to see any sort of repeat as it moves forward. Realistically, for LAG, there has been things said about their hard point and potential, and a lot of that pressure is on Thieves, who did not start off as hot as they would like. Statistics-wise, this was always going to be a difficult one for the team of LAG. Ultra have only wobbled once after their win at Major 3. Now they are back on form and looking for a second at the home Major ton.
Yeah, and they will be really happy with how that performance did go. I mean, look, across their entire stage, they won't be too impressed with themselves. You know, it's been kind of up and down since they won in Texas. But they are starting to get back to that final form. A couple of conversations inside the talent team have these guys pinned as one of the top 2 teams. I'll give you no guesses to who the other one is. Toronto Ultra very much up there. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of fire they bring. Are they going to get the crowd buff that OpTic get when we're in Texas, or anybody else gets whenever we're at another home series? Toronto Ultra, very fan favored across the board, especially when it goes up to the 6.
And it does, but I feel like the Ultra roster now revolves around one man. A face of it, the man with the mouth, Scrapz. And here's the interesting thing, a rookie, and now a champion. But it has always been about pressure, a legacy, straight out of the gate. Came in, told the pros what he thought, told them they did. He told them certain things that I can't really repeat on broadcast. But the difference is going to be that when you put yourself in that position, put yourself on that pedestal, everybody's going to be looking. So far, he's having a very good time. And in stage 5, I think it's a 1.31 he is currently working with across his games.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is absolutely insane. I'll slightly correct you. It's 1.36.
Oh, okay, wow.
Not, you know, it's better. Look, I mean, before this gets into a scrap loving, pretty much the biggest rookie season we've seen from somebody in terms of raw numbers since Simp, I want to say. That's what it kind of feels like. The guy is an absolute machine. So let's see if he can continue it here for Toronto Ultra. They've still got plenty more of a season to make it even more exceptional than it already has been. And right now, it is LAG, their opponents. Are they going to be too perplexed by what happens in Hotel Search and Destroy, though? We head into this one. Toronto Ultra on the attack to kick things off. Can they fix up whatever is going wrong on the Hotel S&D? I mean, Toronto have had decent first bloods, but it's not necessarily been the best for them. We'll delve into some of the stats as we go on later, but a little bit of a bait over towards B. Transition over towards A seems to be the plan for Ultra.
That was crazy pressure from Scrap. Actually, just could run it down, threw it at the same time. Insight. Will he check this corner? It is a usual position. Here we go. Big down for the ball. Jonas sees many. He gets 2 as well. 4 players. Nobody checks that angle.
That's a tough one. But the thing is, with Joe Deceives, he's going to get so much information just sitting there. His left ear would have been burning. All members of Toronto Ultra sitting over towards the bar side, and all of a sudden it is Insight left in a 1 versus 3. Very plausible when it comes down to Jamie Craven that this one could go Ultra's way still. Not necessarily the best of positioning on RCDs. Good shots, but better ones from Insight. Now a 1v2.
Problem for Insight is that he wants his bomber to get away. He does have a dead silence. And they're just going to shoulder him, and that's just not the positioning he wanted. It is difficult. Not as many clutches for Insight this year, Ton.
No, we haven't seen as many. I feel like in this game it's a little bit more difficult with the sound cues, you know, etc. It is something that is not as easy as when we have seen it in Vanguard, of course, but the man found a lot last year. Not as many this year. Seen plenty of good clutches, specifically on this map, though. I don't think we'll forget about that one. But looking towards it, and just to delve into Toronto Ultra's recent form on this one, over their last 3 games, they've lost it 6-5, 6-5, and 6-4. So everything has been pretty close there. Just failing to clutch up in these crucial rounds, so we'll be wanting to fix up any mistakes here. Seems like they know how to play the map, but just not able to close it out. Now this time around, LAG on the attack. So well played from Joe Deceives to pretty much put a nail in that round. Assault will find the first blood as well on Hixie. Now a 3v4 in favor of LAG.
Hixie still running, still looking. Trying to get into a good position here, or maybe just find another pick. Do they put pressure on B here and maybe try and open up A for their teammate? Also, Arsenal, get the bomb down, brother. Come on. Oh, he's going to go down. I was going to say, he hasn't had a lot of luck getting bombs down this year.
Not a single one. And I wonder if that's why Arsenal is actually carrying the bomb now, because I don't think it usually is him. I'd love Tim to actually clarify if that stat is correct. I did see it on the timeline, but I only trust him. I'm sorry to everybody. Jacob, don't. 2v2. No Deceives and Assault. Dead Silence has been popped. Insight will get taken down. CleanX, though. Has he got a read on this? LAG are on their way. CleanX is ready and waiting.
Finds a fudge as well. Dead Silence refreshed. Reborn! And there's a gunny from CleanX! And he has just read that beautifully. Knows what to do. Knows how to play it. He saw the opportunity. Hit the Dead Silent. Hit the Afterburners. Hit the first player. And then hit the second. And there you go. Scrap, brother, you got to let him plant. He needs it. We all need it.
A minor win if they do get our cities with a bomb plant here.
That's the goalpost.
Yeah, Tim confirming he does have 0 plants. Very correct. Well, what's the play here for Ultra? Last time around they baited over towards B, but had no presence over towards A for the majority of the round, which allowed Joe Deceives to get himself into a really nice position. This time it ain't a bait. They are flying headfirst into B. Assault, the closest member of LAG that can do much about this. However, I think it's going to be too little too late. This bomb should be going down.
They should. They're not entirely happy with that door being open. Just use all their tacticals, all the grenades to get in, and he almost catches it as well. Scrap is worried here. That bomb is now going to go down. Scrap on Overwatch. The sniper is out from Exceed. Oh, and Hixie somehow gets through, but now trapped in the corner. We've got the player from Ultra inside all the way watching mid. He has to back off as well. This is incredible. Both teams still all up.
Very tense. Do you have any utility to help yourself out? Oh, you've lagged Pixie as well. There's nobody there to follow up with the shout. There's weak players everywhere inside the kitchen. Exceeding code, trying to find a breakthrough. It's a quick scope into absolute thin air. CleanX Scrapz just batting down the hatches. It's very easy for Ultra. And it just shows, like, in those kind of situations, playing under pressure, you are literally the fish in the barrel there. Just surviving, finessing as long as you can, whittling that time down, which is ultimately what is winning you the round. LAG have to move at some stage. They have to find a kill at some stage. Holding on site was Toronto Ultra. Well defended.
Yeah, half a dozen guns aimed at one set of doors. But LAG had to be the team to enter. Ultra did a very good job, not peeking, not shouldering at the wrong time. And now they're up 2-1. LAG, though, will be on the attack. Where are they going? Where can they get? The dead silence is already popped. It's a restaurant run.
Toronto, are you ready for this? It's the mid-map stack. We see this from a lot of teams, just to get that information, then rotate inside. Well, there you go. There's the information. 2 players flying across his screen. Knows exactly what's going on. And look how quickly Ultra have pivoted over here. This is momentarily a 2 versus 4 inside the kitchen. If Ultra do decide to push it now, make it a 3 versus 4. Assaults on the flank. Ultra have got to be careful here.
Scrap looking for something, trying to thread a needle. He's going to see him as well, and neither player gets caught. This time, though, LAG do not have the bomb down. Hicks, you'll find the first, and everybody just flies into the point. Scrap's still alive, but it is advantage to LAG.
Current player stomping around and just looking for a gun. He's going to find the shots, and yeah, really good trade from aBeZy. He will go for the push, and it's the perfect opportunity. Is he going to go for the plant? Inside left now on a 1 versus 3. Oh, aBeZy survives, and surely the bomb goes down.
So we'll now play the game of here's my shoulder, you'll see no more. Inside looking for it, but they charge him down in the end. And what would have happened if he had caught aBeZy's on the outside? We will never know, but LAG tied up.
aBeZy's bomb plant alert. It's happened. There you go. Statisticians be damned. You know for a fact he's been picking up the bomb because he's seen that and he's like, yeah, we're getting rid of that.
Yeah, I am no longer the odd man out in the CDL. Victory in the form of a bomb plant. One of the more significant victories for LAG this year, but
yeah, there's not many to count on. Yeah. Well, Toronto Ultra trying to fix up yet. To be honest with you, Hicksy found the initial push to find a kill in there, and then you expect the trade fest to go on. Doesn't work out in anyone's favor, but LAG. Good kills coming in over towards the kitchen side. Assault's always a nuisance on this map, and speaking of a nuisance, CleanX behind Joe Thieves can't clean it up. The grenade should do so, but he gets out, but not away from the shots, which are crispy and are clean. Forces players away as well. I mean, this man's got a Vaznev in his hand and running away from it. Wow.
CleanX. Oh, okay. A little bit overheating there. That's a teammate. Hicksy didn't deserve it. And he's weakly going to win a gunfight against aBeZy. And now a 1 versus 3. Assault looking for Scrap on Marble. That's a horrible gunfight to take, and Scrap punishes him for it.
Wonderful. CleanX just laughing. Everyone can catch the snapper. Absolutely everybody. Really good shots into your teammate as well. Scrap picks up the pieces, but yeah, really nice from CleanX. Gets himself over towards couches, and in that situation, if you haven't covered it, if you're LAG, it's not where you want an attacking teammate or an attacking opposition to be, especially a player like CleanX who can, well, shoot at significant distances with a Vaznev. Let's not get it twisted. Really good shots coming in from him, and he can just finesse from that position in so many different directions. It's an awful, awful spot to give up. Now Ultra back onto the defensive side. Big push here from LAG. Looks like this bomb may well be going down. You got Joe Thieves into the bedroom side. Dead silence popped as well. Trouble for Ultra.
He's where he wants to be. But can he catch it? He doesn't need to. He's going to find 2. Joe Thieves will get the 3rd. And only insight remains. He finds the 2nd one. Joe Thieves going to be there as well. And he's not going to get it inside. Will not clutch. Joe Thieves snaps him down. Big chow to make.
Yeah, because he has to win it. If insight takes him down here, which he was not far away from doing, that gets very, very scary. Would have been the second 1v4 we would have got the commentator over. Would have been something special. But looking towards things as well, Toronto Ultra, as far as getting plants down, LAG are the team who allow the most plants when it comes down to Greenberg, Hotel, Search and Destroy. Toronto have tried to force that hand. Their retakes have not been great either, LAG side of things. Toronto Ultra have allowed them to play into this game. 3-3 though. Very, very close. Nothing to separate these two so far.
Scrap looking for assault again. CleanX runs through, gets Exceed. Still moving, still grooving. Arsty's unable to shut down the train. For LAG, they're backing up a little bit. We've got assault and Scrap. Oh,
yeah, and sorry. I mean, I was just about to say, sorry, it's CleanX jumping in Salt Bedroom. They're giving away these kills, but that kill from CleanX over towards the couches side just gives up mid-map control completely for LAG. They can't even force it. So then for the Ultra to force into Bedroom side, I don't know. That's the only place that LAG can kind of back down from, because they don't want to mess with CleanX towards the couches, and it's ultimately played in LAG's favor.
Really has. Assault has been playing luggage all the way. Some people are going to have some very holy clothes with all that suitcase shooting that's been going on. But inside looking for this first kill, not going to find it. Joe Deceive says no clutches today on my watch. LAG going to the lead.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's maybe just a little bit overzealous from CleanX, but I mean, you can't slow a player like that down. No, that's just what he does. Tries to get some bedroom control, starts flying at people. Whilst the control of the bomb site is kind of there for Toronto Ultra. But I'm loving the plays he's making around couches. As mentioned, LAG just have to back down from that. Arsty's with an AI. Well, why would he want to challenge over towards the heady, cross from the window, or actually even just push over towards couches? Gives up mid-map, gives up couches. Really good positioning from Toronto Ultra, and then they kind of threw it away. Strange one.
Let's see. Joe Deceive is having a wonderful game here. Didn't have the greatest of hard points, but 9 and 5 on a 5 streak. An Ultra stacked day to find nothing but air.
Scrap's going to find the first blood. Feels like not many of them went over towards Ultra. Just a gut feeling more than anything. Felt like LAG had been the initial benefactors in most of these rounds. There you go. Ultra on the defensive side. Now asking questions of LA Guerrillas. What are you doing in a 3v4 situation? Right now, Arsty's over towards the A side with the bomb. Makes it a 3v3. The good gunny. Onto Insight. Backs on down. Information for Ultra is that, well, they're not pushing over towards A. Does that transpire into Ultra? Figuring out exactly what's going on here. Sound cues from CleanX is going to be the giveaway.
He knows he's going to find the first one as well. Joe Deceive is going to fall. Arsty's in assault. Oh my goodness, Assault died for it. Arsty's still alive. It's going to be a complete shutdown. Chaos erupts in the kitchen. We might need to see that one again. All I know is it's 4-4.
I think it was the team kill comes in from Ultra, which makes it a 1 versus 1 for Scrap to try and clutch up with. Shots over towards Arsty's came through, but Hixie finds CleanX at the same time, and Scrap has to pick up the pieces of that one. I don't think Ultra will be too pleased with this. It hasn't been as clean as I thought it would be. But maybe that's why their hotel has not been strong. Trying to get some reps on it because it, well, may well creep up, but it doesn't have to. You can always auto-veto it.
That is a double-edged sword. I know some teams do it, but narrowing the map pool can leave you at a disadvantage. It's always better to have a deeper map pool than let anyone tell you different. Or Scrap this time has decided, right, I've had about enough of this malarkey. Assault, no longer. Will you hold luggage over us?
Now all of a sudden that's open for Toronto Ultra. And those plants that LAG allow. Is one going to come through here? Yes, it is. Oh, and Hixie in this position as well. All the pieces are starting to fit together very, very nicely for Toronto Ultra. Hixie doesn't even need to move. He doesn't even need to breathe here at this stage. Arsty's will fall. 3v2 now for Toronto Ultra. LAG, not much you can do here. And this would be map point that Ultra are onto unless Exceed can come up with the 1 versus 3.
Here's what he does. Sneak out of here, around the back of Scrap and defuse. Oh, he's killed him. Giving it away. Just jump it. Just jump it. They'll never suspect you're just diffusing in their face. Oh, he's going to try for the kills anyway. CleanX goes down. That last player isn't going to show anything. That bomb will not be defused. Hixie might go for the last second chow, but Exceed says, hey, I'll just leave. Keep my dead sons. Keep my streak alive. And all good.
Well, Exceed didn't win the last 1v1 that he had a sniper with, so I didn't expect that one to happen. Nah, that situation, it's pretty much impossible for Exceed to do anything in that. Ultra play that one well, whittle the time down. Yeah, Exceed's on the flank, but It's just ultimate control. Once you get that bomb down and an SMG up top bedroom as well, knowing that it's completely clear, it's a very, very hard break back. LAG never going to win that one. And now Ultra. For all that, I don't feel like they played particularly well on the Search and Destroy. Have themselves a map point. 5-4.
Scrap taking mid-map control. Stun check has gone through. Will anybody jump on this? This player's already launching double arches, but Hicksy will get the first blood. Oh my goodness, he's going to fry! aBeZy just finds 2. LAG have turned this one around, ton.
Scrapz just caught out. Hicksy runs in there, thinks he's got it covered. And aBeZy with his second bomb plant. As it goes on, well, another death. 2 versus 2. Inside catches him with his pants down, and all of a sudden CleanX trying to make a play through the mid-map. It's already going to be on CleanX to do something here. Inside will slowly but surely force his way up towards the site. Exceed has got to win this. Gunfight turns his back at just the wrong time. And now it's a 1v2 for Joe Thieves.
Where in the world is Joe Thieves? That is the question Ultra are trying to figure out. Can he find it? CleanX turns, burns, runs, but that defuse is going on, and that's going to be the end of it. Joe Thieves cannot do anything. He finds a kill, but the ninja defuse comes through. And perfect timing on the flank is the difference maker. Ultra, not the cleanest of S&Ds. LAG fought valiantly the entire time, but it's still 2-0.
Ultra showing their class. I think you're right, you know, the Search and Destroy, I don't think they'd be too pleased with that. It's nice to get the rep under the belt. I think map number 1, you're playing one of your worst maps in terms of hardpoint. You definitely play that one cleanly, you play it to the book. But when it comes down to Greenberg Hotel, that is still not as clean as I would have liked from Toronto Ultra. LAG played it well on a couple of occasions, but I'm talking about the breaks back into B, the holds, stop trying to get some bombs down over towards the A side. A couple of situations that I'd like to see them play out maybe a little bit better, but ultimately they will not care. They get the win here. Some well-worked practice. CleanX setting a 10-6 is the difference maker in this one. So many different moments where he's pushing in towards couches, whether that be on attack, defense, causing absolute havoc across the middle of the map. And that's really where a lot of the good work that Toronto Ultra did paid back in, around 6-4 in this one. And LSCLO control coming up next for a team who are not great at control against the best control team in the game. This one has got a 3-0 written all over it, but you never know because it's COD League and crazy things do happen.
It certainly is. Well, we'll have to find out when we come back from our break. Control on the horizon. More action, thrills, and spills here at the COD League. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you right after this.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. And upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are live in a game. It is Toronto Ultra versus the LA Guerrillas. So far, Ultra showing why they are one of the top-ranked teams heading into the Toronto Major. A major that might mean more for them than it does any other team. On the other side of it, LAG playing for pride and looking to maybe change some people's minds about their season and about these players. All hope is not lost yet.
Not quite. But you're heading into a control against Toronto Ultra. So the hope is dwindling very, very quickly in terms of this series, at least anyway. But of course, the major is still over the horizon for LA Guerrillas and still something to be playing for there as well. The vibe's still there. They're still smiling across the board. These boys, you know, I want to say they've had their moments here and there. They've given us some good games across the board. They've shown some good account of themselves on occasion as well. We just need to see some tightening up on a few different things. Well, quite a few different things. And specifically, control. 3-9 record when it comes down to LSC against the 9-4 of Toronto Ultra. LAG have lost 7 of the last 8. Not a good stat line if you want to continue in this series. Toronto Ultra would love to close it out with a 3-0 heading into their major next weekend. So excited again. I gotta come this year, Price. I'm excited. You guys said how great it was last time when I couldn't go because I had COVID, so thanks for that.
Well,
really
it was fantastic.
Salt in the wound.
It'll be fantastic again, and even better with you there. But jumping straight onto this as well, it looks like an aggressive start here for Ultra. They're going straight for this point, but the kills are not coming through. Hixie trying to get one as well, but outnumbered here.
A classic start in the very first round of the control. You head towards the harder points to hit because, well, realistically, no trophies down. You can use all your util, make things maybe a little bit easier to get some control of that side of the map. Scrap and kill. Still sensing, still smelling an opportunity here. Mid-map control up for Toronto Ultra is where they're going to really concentrate a lot of their efforts, can pivot to any way they need to. Looking like they are pivoting over towards the A side. CleanX getting some aggression. Some advanced forward movement onto this one and trying to open something up for the side of Ultra. Not going to happen for him. He will fall. Good start to the round for LAG.
Yeah, just holding it down is exactly what you want to do. Keep them staggered, keep them away. Scrap trying to get into a better position, but at the moment, there's nothing here for Ultra. LAG are putting them in the bin. However,
what you can do, yeah, it's a tough one. Ultra running out of time yet.
There is the kills that they've made. They're getting on the point. They are stopping it. Jodeci's going to be on the flank here. He's looking for the players inside versus Jodeci's. Firing with everything. His nays just start echoing all along this point. Jodeci's will find the kill he wants as well. Time ticking back down again. CleanX, the only player in position, and down he falls. It is now a race. 11 seconds here for Ultra. Inside, has to get in the point. Sees Assault, wins the gunfight. Has to get into the point. Surely now they will. Ultra get 2 players in.
Wants to get himself in a more advanced position because the rest of his teammates are there to maybe pick up the scrap. CleanX, he's found 2. There's 1 player left on the flank, and that's going to be Exceed. I think he's just going to hang tight here. The rest of his team now starting to get some control over towards the B side. He will find a kill on a Hixie. So that will maybe tempt LAG here. That tick, the third one, is coming in very, very quickly. Ultra, are you going to be able to lock this one down? It's looking like they are. Time is extended. Back a little bit scary for a second. Wasted so much time on B, and you see it happening in the first round of control on LSC so much. A little bit of progress over towards the B side, and just think, oh yeah, okay, let's keep going for it. It's the harder one to get. It's the harder one to get. Keep going. And then all of a sudden, you got 5 seconds to try and get a hold of it. Luckily for Ultra, it works out for them. But 40 seconds to go over towards the B side. They cleared out the flank. Good opportunity.
LAG, all they got to do is trade. Trade this time away. Trade lives for it. Trade kills for it. 2 players now going to be on the point. Second tick is in. Hixie versus Jodeci down the back alley. It's a huge fight. CleanX will win it. 2 now on the point, and B is gone.
Wow.
7 seconds was remaining in that round. Ultra clutch up. They ice up, and they win it in the end.
I'm not quite sure what's going on with the rest of LAG here. Jodeci is in and around Secret, just fighting for his life. And LAG are nowhere near backing him up. It felt like none of them had died in a little while. I don't know if I'm just completely mind blanking the final 30 seconds, but Ultra just jumped on the point and just ran with it. Jodeci was there to maybe try and do something.
Yeah,
well, he's coming to his teammates there saying what was going on. I'm literally throwing lefts and rights here, fighting for my life, and you guys are sitting top mountain doing very little.
Yeah, not able to really get anything going, and maybe a missed opportunity, but they can make it back here on the attack. Thieves looking for his kill, gonna find it. Does he go on to A? Maybe not yet. He's worried about players all around him, and Scrap is up top, and Arsies will get one, so we'll get the second. The opportunity here to move. I think B is the call.
Yeah, door is open. Making their way over. Now Toronto Ultra not in a good position to defend this whatsoever. The stack may well come through for the LA Guerrillas. The grenades on their way. Nothing of sort in terms of artillery. The cruise missile will not be coming on through. B may well be gone here. Unless this flank from inside can result in something for Ultra. There you go. There's one. Hixie with another. And that push is shut down pretty much momentarily.
Arsies is waiting for him. Not going to get anything yet, though, as he slowly moves forward. Will find inside. Will not find it inside. Arsies whiffs. Oh, no.
Got his feet out for that one. Shout out Nameless. Not going to work out this time around, and all of a sudden Ultra just putting LAG to the sword assault. Can finally win one at Hixie. A little bit of progress over towards that A side is maybe something that they need, but again, Thieves is just head first down over towards the B side. You gotta go with your teammates, and it's gotta be A right now, but Scrap is locking it down all on his own. LAG have found a couple of kills, a little foothold over towards the A side, potential for them to bring something back here.
And this is what they can do. It is not over. Ultra showed that just a minute ago. Hixie trying to get in position. The A point now going. We've got a player up radio tower, locking it down. There'll be assault, and assault will go down to Scrap. That flank has not worked. Hixie alone in a sea of LAG. Now they've got to be careful because LAG may try to go for B fast here. Actually, not going to do it. They're going to get this one first and then move. It's a spawn up for Ultra on Hill.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get over with Ultra in that position as well. The spawns towards Hill work out very, very nicely. Ultra are almost the ones that have to find a break through the middle of the map yet. They are pinned back in towards their base. We've seen Seattle Surge do a good job at this before. The line across the back, just trying to lock it down. But Joe Deceives, Dead Silence popped inside of tin now. There's going to be a massive nuisance. He has slipped in it ever so slightly and found himself in a position where he could potentially find. But one tick already in, the second on its way. Joe Deceives will find a third. Potential for LAG to tie this one up.
Oh my goodness, Joe Deceives going to work and not going to get the one onto CleanX as well, but doesn't really matter. Maybe here at the end, that second tick is in. The third tick is just on the horizon. A contest for a second from Hixie! The two-piece out of nowhere!
11v9 in the lives department and 45 seconds remaining. Still time for LAG to do something about this. Big win from CleanX though. Joe Deceives has really been the catalyst for LAG and anything good that is working out for them in this series so far. Arsities will find a good fight onto inside. They're slowly, methodically working their way through the map. 25 seconds or so. This final push has got to stick, or Ultra 2 do the good.
All right, everybody, pull your trousers up, do your stretches, and get ready. This one's about to kick off. LAG have to move into the point. They have to make their gunfights. And at some point, they're just going to have to sprint. There's the first kill going down. Arsity's out towards party as well. Will find inside. The back, but inside again. Guns down. Arsity scrapped. Will put the final nail in the coffin on this round. And every time you think LAG have control of the situation, Ultra kick them to the curb.
And they've worked through a lot of adversity, I want to say, Ultra here. Couple of occasions just looks like the round is guaranteed. LAG and Ultra clutch up, just showing their quality here, showing their experience in control. 2 to the good in the series, 2 to the good in the control. LAG may well be ending their day with a whimper here. What's the play? The attack for Toronto Ultra in terms of the statistics, second best team, 54%, very, very high. Can they find anything over towards the A side? Not going to happen. Insight will find one and maybe slow down this pressure that LAG are trying to put on. Joe Deceives taken down is never a bad thing if you're a Toronto Ultra fan. Scrap with another as well. Push over towards A imminent.
For LAG, they have made some mistakes. But they can still come back into this. They can still find the win. They can still put Ultra away in this control.
Have to be the mega reverse sweep. Reverse sweep in the control and a reverse sweep in the series. Do we have a specific name for that? I don't know. I think we've crowned it. Mega reverse sweep. We'll go with that.
I like the idea of Omega sweep.
The Omega sweep.
The Omega sweep. The full reverse. But is it possible? Is it plausible? We'll have to find out. Right now, LAG doing a good job. Assault going down there is not going to be helpful. But LAG can still find something here. Hixie gets onto the point as well. Arcie's going to fall down the top at the same time. Only one player really in the area left, and it's Joe Deceives.
Oh, big kill from Joe. Yeah, he's done really, really well. They haven't cleared out the bases. If you're Toronto Ultra, you concentrate on what you think is the most important gunfight over towards the top tower. Now Joe Deceives is all up in your spawn. Very difficult to read now. Oh, Joe's been caught though. Just trying to survive Hixie. He's gone hunting and he has found it. A push now starting to come through for Toronto Ultra. They seem to be leaving it late on these attacking rounds, but it seems to be working.
Inside, clearing the spawn as well. That A point going down is huge for them. Ultra now a bit of a breathing exceed, looking for the easy kill. We'll find it at the same time. Stunned and dying. LAG backs against the wall. The entire series on the line.
Nastie's just trying to keep some control over towards green. If Ultra grab a kill onto him, they know the flank will then be clear. He plays this very slowly. He just needs his team to soak up the pressure. They're not doing a great job at that so far. He will fall. Exalt will be able to find one. CleanX flies around the corner. Scrapz will find another. Arsity staying alive on the flank, but he's the only one momentarily who's in a position to do anything. He's found a second as well. Big plays from Arsity's.
The second looks for him out there as well. Not going to find insight. Still fighting for their lives. It's still LAG. They're still holding. They have a 2-life advantage. 36 seconds left to go. Dig in the heels. And do not falter.
Picked up Arsity's, who was looking for a flank again. Are they expecting Joe Deceives to be here once more? That means Scrapz had his head taken off. And all of a sudden, Joe Deceives can just go around and start flowing around the map. 3 in a row from him, setting it 20-20, just trying to do absolutely everything for the team. But CleanX and Scrapz combining. 4 members of Ultra near the point. This might be it.
Every nade, every tack, throw, and go. You've got to go. That first tick for B is now in. Ultra looking for the second. They know the players will get here before this is done. They are ready for the gunfights. LAG need to swoop in like an avenging angel. They're on the point. They're there as well, but it's 2 for CleanX. And they have not found the kills. Inside will find it, and that'll be the end. A clean sweep of the control and a shaking head. They're not happy about the competition. That's the least happy I've ever seen Scrap.
Just another day in the office. Easy pickings for Scrap and the boys there. LAG, no match. As Toronto Ultra will finish up their stage before their major with another win, and a very, very convincing one at that. 3 to the good. LAG, 0 answers.
And yeah, I will say LAG had some opportunities, but I feel like I've said that a few times this series. It's the same old story. Few opportunities, but realistically outclassed Ultra. Continuing to move forward, continuing to be one of the top contenders for the next major in their home city. It's going to be good.
Oh, it is going to be good. I'm very, very excited for it. But yeah, for Ultra, I suppose in this one, yeah, it's a 3-0. Scrapz will give the shake of the head towards the camera, whatever it is. You know, there may be some beef there. I don't know. He has beef with everybody at this stage. But for Ultra, I think, you know, the embassy hard point for me will be the very big positive you're taking away. Of course, you take the 3-0 away as a positive in any sense of the imagination, but to be very happy with how embassy worked out for them. Rotations were really, really good, as were the holds. Hotel Search and Destroy, there's some question marks around it. A couple of plays here and there that they will probably look back on and sort of say to themselves, maybe need to tune up a couple of things here and there, but they obviously will control, leaving it late quite a lot, but they will not be bothered by that whatsoever. Just putting the feelers out, finding the information, maneuvering around the map when they need to, and finding the win. That was as convincing as you could possibly want if you're an Ultra fan. Very, very well played.
Certainly was, and there's a 3-0 to end our online qualifiers ton. Good thing we've got a couple of lands coming up, but before then, a breakdown from our desk.
All right, is your food here?
Oh man, DoorDash challenge, that was quick, I'm not gonna lie.
Crushed it once again. Thank you, Ultra, as they get rid of their competition. 3 maps, and now they're officially locked in, right? You're into the winner's bracket. Yep. You're probably top 4. In Ultra, you are also supported by the entirety of Las Vegas. Everyone is cheering on this team to beat Minnesota in their final series.
This is true.
And all signs are pointing that way right now.
Yeah, and honestly, this wasn't a real good warm-up. Getting ready for your next series tomorrow versus Minnesota. But today, CleanX really came out to play. The Thasnim has absolutely been on point from all the teams today. You talk about Sandy's performance in the first series, then Shotzzy, and now CleanX. The Demons are out on the map. I think HyDra inspired everybody today, Chris. I think they all saw that performance and said, I can do more on the map.
Remember, Kremp did it in map 1 first before HyDra did it in map 2, 3, and 4.
But people have truly been inspired today. And, you know, for Toronto Ultra, I mean, there's not much you could say. This is really what you expect out of them in this series. And, you know, I heard Bryson Tunn talking a little bit about the Search and Destroy, how that one was a bit close. But for Toronto, I mean, that's the map that they were testing in this series. You're 4-8 on Hotel S&D on the season. You come into a series against LAG, the perfect opportunity to get some testers out. You got huge plays, especially out of CleanX, finding 2 in the back and side of the kitchen, getting kills on top catwalk. Like, those are the things that you want to see, him getting away with his life. So for Toronto, easy does it today, and you can see the expressions like, we got this.
All right, it's LAG smoked by the top teams. They kept it close against Florida, and their only win came against London. So LAG will be starting in the losers bracket, and you have to think they don't have too many matches left in this season. On the other side, Toronto's looking to go deep, and they've got players to take them there. Let's take a look at our scuff play of the game here in just a moment, Nameless, because you highlighted the guy earlier, CleanX on the SMG. Unreal, if this team is going to raise another trophy, it's CleanX helping you get there.
100%. I remember early in the season, like, you're asking me, like, CleanX, like, is he as good as some of the top guys like Shotzzy, HyDra, Pred? And the answer is yes. Like, he's a guy that you want on your team. And this is the play that I was talking about. He gets to the back door here, and, like, this is an impossible scenario.
This is so fast.
Like, they're inside. He wins that first gunfight, whips around, plays his life, and finds 2. The guy's insane. You can see Jonas Thieves. He's like, CleanX Toby. It's like, what am I going to do? It's just hard to play up against him, man. When he's on point like that, you're winning the series.
Shout out to everyone who's been watching on YouTube and Twitch. Remember, if you've got a tweet, you can be featured in the show just like that one. We got to talk, though, with the man who was shaking his head no at the end of that series. A very angry, or I guess kind of happy Scrap. How we feeling right now, bro? You just 3-0'd somebody.
I know. That was like a no dope series. Just absolutely I need some dopamine to play. Like, those guys are like, what is going on, bro? What is going on?
Yeah, well, that series is done, and I just want to talk about the future for you, though, Scrap, because you guys are one of the few teams to walk away with the trophy this year. You've already made bank. You're staying in the top 3, top 5 in everyone's discussions. But where do you see yourself right now? How do you see the league stacking up?
Yeah, so, you know, I'll probably say, like, OpTic's probably the best team right now. Obviously, they beat us. They beat everyone else. So, you know, I would probably put them. But, you know, I don't think we're far behind. You know, we've been putting a lot of work in this stage, you know, our home major. And, you know, we're going to come out for the major as hot as we can.
Scrap, for you guys have been pretty great this season. I mean, picking up a championship, you're the front runner for Rookie of the Year, and I feel like recently you've entered the discussion for the MVP on the season in general. If you guys have a good ending these next couple of events, what does that mean to you? The community sort of putting your name up there with, you know, some of the best that we have in the scene, and is that something that has sort of been in your mind a little bit? Like, you have the opportunity to get the MVP, Rookie of the Year, and win champs.
Yeah, you know, it's cool. You know, I can't say I'm surprised. You know, I knew I was going to come into the league and be the best at the player I could be. You know, it's cool. It's cool to see my name up there with some of the best players in the league. But, you know, I'm just trying to come win championships, and whatever comes after that will be cool.
Love it.
Scrap, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the future. Right now, you are in the running for Rookie of the Year here at the Call of Duty League, but our season's wrapping up at the end of June. Are you going to go competitive in Warzone? What are we doing in the off-season? Too early to talk?
You know, I'm a kind of like, I like playing S&D. S&D's always been my, you know, bread and butter. Okay. I love playing in the off-season. Probably go back to some old games. I might dabble in some Warzone, but, you know, it's kind of what I'm feeling. I don't know, maybe vacations, maybe, you know, Cancun might be in the works. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I just need a live stream, bro. I want to hear you talking to strangers. All right, that is Scrap. Another dub here in our Monster Winter Spotlight. We'll let you go. All right, big win here for Toronto. We got to show some love to the squad that stays in our top 3. They have one match to go against Minnesota tomorrow. As we go to commercial break, quick reminder, pick up your 2023 Call of Duty League Champs package available right now. Pick it up with your points right now. And of course, we got the anime boogie nameless. Everybody's gonna want to get their hands on this bad boy and get ripping and roaring.
I know, look at that skin. It's absolutely fire, and it's a tracer pack, so you all know when you shoot that gun, you can have some tracer rounds, which is pretty sweet.
Get your blueprints and custom laser death effects right now. We'll see you on the other side of this break for the final battle. It's Atlanta FaZe taking on Boston, Cellium, Owakening, and a whole lot more fun.